giants of the Cretaceous, Sarcosuchus and Deinosuchus. The Cretaceous period was a time when colossal ancient creatures reached their peak. On land, the Tyrannosaurus rex was a fearsome predator with its incredibly powerful bite. In the air, Quetzalcoatlus surveyed the skies, preying on smaller dinosaurs. But in the rivers lurked immense reptiles, hidden beneath the calm waters, capable of striking fear into even a T-Rex. These reptiles were Sarcosuchus and Deinosuchus. In this video, we'll explore the lives of these two ancient crocodilians during the Cretaceous period and examine the scientific evidence that labels them dinosaur killers. Sarcosuchus, the emperor crocodile. Around 120 million years ago, in the dinosaur-dominated Cretaceous period, lived a crocodile species that struck fear into dinosaurs, Sarcosuchus. It inhabited the rivers of a supercontinent known as Gondwana, which would later form South America and Africa. Initially, researchers believed Sarcosuchus was similar to modern crocodiles, belonging to the Crocodilidae family. However, fossil discoveries revealed significant differences in its skull, particularly its long, slender snout. This led to its classification within the Phyllodausauridae family. Sarcosuchus lived for millions of years in dense forests crisscrossed by rivers, though its habitat has now drastically transformed into the vast, sandy expanse of the Sahara Desert due to inescapable climate change. It was here that the first Sarcosuchus fossil was discovered by paleontologist Albert Felix de Lapparent in 1966. He named it Sarcosuchus imperator, Greek for emperor crocodile, a name chosen to reflect its immense size compared to modern crocodiles and its natural role as a fierce predator. To put its size into perspective, modern freshwater crocodiles can grow up to 6 meters long and weigh over 1 ton. Their largest prey includes animals like gar and buffalo. But this pales in comparison to Sarcosuchus, which could reach lengths of up to 12 meters and weigh over 4 tons. The most complete Sarcosuchus fossil reconstructed by paleontologists is currently displayed at the French National Museum of Natural History since 1999. Sarcosuchus' unique features and hunting strategies. The Sarcosuchus skull features an exceptionally long snout, making up about 75% of its head. This condition, known as longirostrine, describes organisms with elongated snouts. This mouth shape is similar to that of the modern gharial, which researchers believe aids in more hydrodynamic movement. This allowed Sarcosuchus to submerge itself in rivers for hunting, though opening its mouth required significant energy. Despite its impressive size, Sarcosuchus wasn't a crocodile that could easily overpower large dinosaurs like Deinosuchus. Research on Sarcosuchus' teeth shows significant differences from modern crocodiles. Its long, sharp front teeth were likely used for cutting and tearing prey, while its back teeth may have adapted for crushing hard-shelled prey like turtles or breaking dinosaur bones. It's important to note that Sarcosuchus likely targeted only a limited number of dinosaur species. A 2014 study concluded that Sarcosuchus was not as lethal as Deinosuchus in hunting large prey due to its weaker skull, which made the death roll, a hunting technique where crocodiles drag prey underwater and dismember it by rotating their bodies, less effective. However, this finding was challenged, as the premise was based solely on modern long-snout crocodiles that don't typically use the death roll. Yet, most other crocodile species are capable of it, including the gharial, a relative of Sarcosuchus. Therefore, later research corrected this, suggesting that if a gharial can do it, a superior creature like Sarcosuchus surely could. Nevertheless, Sarcosuchus' long, slender snout didn't provide as powerful a bite as Deinosuchus. This suggests that the dinosaurs it preyed upon were likely not T-Rex-sized, but rather hadrosaurs. Sarcosuchus would have capitalized on moments when hadrosaurs were vulnerable, drinking from the river, to ambush and drag them into the water. Besides dinosaurs, the primary food source found for Sarcosuchus was large fish, including the 6-meter-long coelacanth species, Mawsonia. Deinosuchus, the king of crocodiles. Now, how does Sarcosuchus compare to Deinosuchus, known as the king of crocodiles? North America, a continent once home to fierce predators during the late Cretaceous before the extinction event, was where Tyrannosaurus rex reigned as the deadliest terrestrial theropod. Yet, even the king of the land wasn't safe in aquatic environments like rivers and swamps. T-Rex would have been terrified by a larger predator constantly lurking beneath the murky waters. This predator was Deinosuchus, the second largest ancient crocodile species, and a nightmare for Tyrannosaurus rex. Deinosuchus earned its moniker King of Crocodiles due to its monstrous size, reaching up to 9 meters in length and weighing 4 tons. It first appeared in the late Cretaceous, around 70 million years ago. Its discovery began in 1858 when geologist Ebenezer Emmons found large fossilized teeth, initially believed to belong to a plesiosaur due to the abundance of plesiosaur fossils found in North Carolina. However, everything changed when researchers W.T. Holland and J.W. Gidley studied newly discovered osteoderms, bony plates within the skin, that were not from an ankylosaur but from an ancient crocodile, which they named Deinosuchus, or terrible crocodile. In 1940, an expedition by the American Museum of Natural History uncovered more giant crocodile fossils, which were then restored to form the initial skull skeleton of Deinosuchus. During Deinosuchus' time, a shallow sea called the Western Interior Seaway divided North America into 2 main land masses, Laramidia in the west and Appalachia in the east. Both became fertile habitats for dinosaurs and ancient crocodiles like Deinosuchus, as these regions were typically river mouths or coastal areas close to the sea. Here, Deinosuchus, the king of crocodiles, lived alongside other ancient creatures, from dinosaurs to sea turtles. Deinosuchus' predatory prowess. Fossilized bite marks from Deinosuchus indicate it preyed on large sea turtles, such as Coelurospargus flavionia. Other significant fossil evidence includes bite marks on theropod dinosaurs like Aplychiosaurus and Allosaurus, which shared the same ecosystem and became part of Deinosuchus' food chain. How strong was Deinosuchus' bite, earning it the title of the strongest crocodile, surpassing Sarcosuchus. Recent research led by paleontologist Dr. Adam Cossette re-examined Deinosuchus fossils. The study verified that Deinosuchus possessed banana-sized teeth strong enough to attack even the largest dinosaurs. This research also reinforced previous findings from skull remains and bite marks on dinosaur fossils, confirming these attacks indeed occurred. The 22 large teeth in Deinosuchus' mouth could crush the bones of its prey with an estimated force twice that of a modern freshwater crocodile's bite. This suggests that a Tyrannosaurus rex living in the same era and region as Deinosuchus would have been helpless if Deinosuchus suddenly emerged from the calm water. It likely waited for prey, holding its breath for up to 2 hours. Once prey, like a T-Rex, approached, Deinosuchus would launch a sudden attack, dragging it into the water and drowning it. This hunting method would have surprised its prey, making it lose its ability to react effectively. Once in the water, Deinosuchus would perform the death roll, twisting its body to dismember the prey's organs into smaller pieces for easier digestion. This was supported by its mouth morphology, which was not as slender as Sarcosuchus, but more akin to modern freshwater crocodiles. Deinosuchus' larger body and robust snout were well suited for large prey, making Sarcosuchus appear inferior in comparison. Gigantism in crocodilians. The photo we see now illustrates the immense size of a modern freshwater crocodile, which can reach up to 3.5 tons thanks to abundant prey and habitats far from human disturbance. Lalong, a saltwater crocodile, was recorded as the largest crocodile in the world. The gigantism observed in these crocodiles is similar to what we discussed previously regarding Titanoboa. They are not picky about food sources in their habitat, except in terms of size. Large crocodiles won't hunt smaller prey. Instead, they will hunt buffalo, kangaroos, sharks, cattle, and even lost livestock to meet their high metabolic needs. Another factor supporting gigantism in crocodiles is genetics. Researchers observe that modern freshwater crocodiles have successfully maintained genes or gene clusters responsible for rapid growth to become giants. So what about Deinosuchus and Sarcosuchus? Generally, how ancient crocodiles achieve sizes far exceeding modern ones remains a mystery. Besides the methods already explained, Researchers Gregory Erickson and Christopher Brochu from Stanford University discovered something unique when examining fossil osteoderms from ancient crocodiles. From these, they could predict the age of the fossil at the time of death through growth rings. Their research found that Deinosuchus could achieve its large body size by the age of 35. Each year after hatching from its egg, a young Deinosuchus would grow approximately 0.3 meters. Therefore, genetics was the primary factor that allowed Deinosuchus to become a giant crocodile, regardless of its daily encounters with dinosaurs and other aquatic animals that contributed to its growth.